Hey my beautiful Taurus peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at y'all with your October 2022 tarot reading. How are you? I hope y'all are well. We're going to go ahead and jump on into it today. For today, I'm not going to do my normal tarot spread that I usually do for the monthlies. I figured I'm going to go ahead and just do like a pretty short and sweet Celtic cross. You know, the video for you guys is kind of late, so I want to get it out for you, but also I'm just feeling a little bit more traditional here. So we're going to go ahead and do a Celtic cross here for you, Taurus, and we'll see what we have here in store regarding October 2022. So let's go ahead and begin. Starting out here with your Celtic cross, we're going to lay out all these cards, and then we will begin the rest of the reading, okay? So just give me 1 second to lay all these cards out for you. Trying to be a little bit neat here so they look nice and kind of pretty, okay? I want to try to get everything in frame here for you too. And we're going to go ahead and move to one more card. All right, it's not going to be the prettiest Celtic cross any of you have ever seen, but it shall do. So starting out here with the current situation for you, Taurus, what are we looking at here? And we are looking at the Two of Wands. So Two of Wands coming into play here, being your current situation in October 2022. When you have a Two of Wands energy, it's usually something that could represent feeling stuck between a rock and a hard place. But I usually look at the Two of Wands as you've kind of already made your choice. You know, if you take a look and pay attention to this man over here, he does have this bird on his right shoulder, and they're both staring in the same direction. The direction they're staring in is they're looking at this specific wand over here. And if you notice too, he's holding a globe, so that globe could be represented as the world. And if you think about the world card in the tarot, the world card in the tarot usually ends up representing a brand new beginning. So I feel like with the Two of Wands coming into play, even though Two of Wands kind of represents two choices, you can go in one direction, you can go in another direction, I think you kind of already have your mind made up. So I do see here with the Two of Wands, you feel a little bit stuck right now. You kind of feel indecisive of what you should do, but I think that deep down below, you know the right path for you to take. But let's go ahead and see what's crossing you. What's crossing you here is the Hangman card. So Hangman card, delays, you know, the energy of either being delayed or the energy that represents stagnancy. So you could be feeling stagnant at this time. And I think that considering that you are stagnant, because you're stuck between what should I do, where should I go, what choices should I make, that's why this energy is crossing you. So stagnancy is crossing you because you have not made a choice yet, Taurus, regarding your month ahead of what you should do based upon your current situation. So whatever you're stuck about right now, Taurus, whether it's about, should I take this job, should I take another, should I pursue this relationship, should I be single, should I stay with my partner, should I go? Whatever you're feeling stuck in at this time, my best advice is to immediately go with your gut, because there is this gut decision deep inside you that you already know the answer to. So I feel like the answer is already within you. Just meditate on it, go with what feels right, go with what your gut is saying, and everything's going to be okay. Now, taking a look at what you need to focus on here in October 2022, we do have here the Emperor. Emperor is that card to take charge here. Emperor is about taking control of situations. So you definitely are focusing on trying to take control right now. You don't want to be stagnant anymore. You don't want to be waiting on making decisions. You want to choose something and stick with it. So it is the time right now to take charge and to listen to what your intuition is truly calling you to do. Now, having a look here in the past, we do have here the High Priestess. High Priestess card could represent things that were held back or things that were kind of kept secret. So I do feel like with the High Priestess coming into play here for you, it kind of represents that in the past, you kind of kept to yourself what you really wanted. It almost feels to me like you've put aside your own personal feelings or whatever it is you really wanted for another person. I feel like you prioritize somebody over you. And now you're starting to see how that's negatively impacted you here in October. That's the gist of what I'm kind of picking up on. Because it's like you put somebody else, you've prioritized somebody else ahead of you. And now you're realizing how it negatively impacted you, because it was like, well, if I would have prioritized myself the whole entire time, I wouldn't be in this situation where I'm stuck stuck between a rock and a hard place. I wouldn't be in this situation where I have to decide, do I really do what I want to do for me right now, or do I keep on making somebody else happy? So Taurus, I think that that's kind of the overall energy too. It's like you probably made somebody else happy in the past by putting your feelings on the back burner, but now you're realizing I don't have enough in me anymore to do this. I don't have enough in me anymore to please somebody else in their life and not please myself. You know, I need my own fulfillment. I need my own happiness. I need to walk my own path. I can't keep putting somebody else in front of me. So with this realization, you know, I think deep down below, you know, it's time to let go of over prioritizing other people, and it's time to put yourself right back at the top of the priority list. I think that intuitively, you know that that's what has to happen here. So in the month of October, it's tricky because in the past, you prioritized others over you. But now you know deep down inside it's time to prioritize and put yourself first, okay? All right, Taurus, taking a look here into your strengths, we do have here the Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles coming in here as a strength card is pretty interesting, or in the strength section of the Celtic Cross, because Two of Pentacles represents the ability to keep things going. I think your strengths here, Taurus, are procrastinating energies, okay? So I think that you have the ability to be an absolutely fantastic procrastinator. I kind of feel like that's the way it's coming across, Taurus. It's like you have the ability right now to be an absolutely fantastic procrastinator, but is it really a strength, or is it just letting the time pass by so that you can kind of put off having to make a decision, you know, Taurus? So that's kind of what I'm picking up here for you. It's like, yeah, I have a lot of procrastination within me. Maybe it's a strength because I can push this off, having to decide. I can push it off for as long as I need to, but it's not going to benefit you. You know, the more that you kind of delay this decision, the further that you push things off, the more unhappy I think you're going to be with the situation overall, okay? Having a look here into your near future, we do have here the Magician. So Magician coming into play here for you. All right, it's time to show up. It's time to make this choice, and it's time to do what I need to do here. So this is about getting focused back onto business, okay? Remember, when we took a look here at the Emperor card here originally said, it's time for me to take charge, right? So this was your focus in the Celtic Cross. Emperor card, it's time to take charge. Now, taking a look here at your near future, you're going to take charge because you're focusing on that. So Magician card, I'm showing up for myself. I'm going to make sure that I make the choices that I need to make. I can't be the hanged man anymore. I can't delay this any longer. Something has to happen. So I either need to choose to continue to put my feelings and emotions on the back burner so that other people can be happy, or I need to do what my soul is telling me at this time, which is prioritize myself first and really make sure I take care of myself to the best of my ability. All right. Having a look here at the advice that I have here for you, we do have here the Star card. Star card is about fulfillment. It is the card of alignment as well. Star card says go all in on yourself, Taurus. It's really time to fill up your own well first. You know, if you take a look here, if you take a look here at the Star card, we do see this woman who's currently pouring all of this water into a lake that's right beneath her, or a river, whatever you want to call it. So with that being said, she's in a place right now where she's focusing on fulfilling herself, you know? So this is about filling up her own cup. So I definitely feel like when it comes towards the advice, I think that for October, it's within your best interest to put yourself first. It's within your best interest to place yourself at the top of the priority list so that you can make sure you're taking care of yourself. But also, it's a great time right now to get yourself into alignment with the things that you want, because when you make yourself a priority, you can start making moves in your life so that you can start becoming or doing whatever it is you wish to do. So, you know, get the ball rolling for yourself, Taurus. If there's things you want to do when it comes towards your career, start getting that shit set up for yourself. If there's transformations you want to start getting those set up for yourself. So whatever you want for your life, go ahead and put things in motion here, is what's showing up here with the Star card. Now, having a look here into your environment's going to be the Justice. So Justice card says your environment is fair. All right. It is fair and it is balanced. So I'm kind of picking up on the energy, Taurus, of like, you've been very loyal to somebody else in the sense that you have prioritized them over you for far too long. But I'd think that the way they would view you if you chose to put yourself first is they would say that's fair. I don't feel like your environment would judge you or your environment would feel anything inherently negative towards you. I feel like they'd kind of be rather supportive of your decision here at this time. So Taurus, my advice here for you, all right, would definitely be don't be afraid here in the month of October to go ahead and put yourself first, because I don't think that anybody's going to feel any type of negative way about it. You know, let's say this entire time you've been putting your romantic partner's needs amongst the needs of your own. If that person really loves you, I don't think they're not going to have any trouble. I don't think they're going to have any trouble supporting you, saying, you know what, Taurus, you're right. You've done so much for me. Go ahead and do what you need to do for you. If you're with a genuinely loving and amazing partner, they're going to be right by your side to support you. Same thing if the environment's your family. Maybe you've been taking care of your family for a long time. You know, they could have been maybe struggling financially. You've been providing to the best of your ability and helping your family out. If it's time to focus on your own self financially right now, that's okay. I see them being supportive and grateful for all that you've provided previously, you know? So Taurus, don't let the difference between loyalty and also how do I want to word this? Loyalty is not the same, I guess, as... No, loyalty is not worth, I guess. This is what I mean to say. Loyalty isn't worth putting yourself at the bottom just for other people to thrive, but for you to not thrive as well. I guess that's the way that I wanted to word it. There was something else I wanted to say, but it just did not come to light. So anyways, Taurus, my point here for you is that it's not worth, out of loyalty, making sure that somebody else is doing the most amazing that they can when you feel like you don't have enough for you to stay afloat, okay? So I think that with the Justice card showing up here for you, your environment's not going to judge you. Your environment's going to be like, yeah, like, we get it. Like, you've done a lot. Like, it's cool. Do your own thing. Prioritize yourself. I don't see a negative reaction coming from this is basically what I want to mention for you. Now, taking a look here at what your worries are. All right, we do got here the Knight of Cups. So you're worried about the Knight of Cups. You're worried that by focusing on yourself, maybe you're going to end up driving away the relationship that you have. So let's say you've been taking care of your romantic partner for a long time. You're worried that if you do prioritize yourself, it's going to end up pushing you away from the connection that you have with this romantic partner. Or if it's your family, you're worried that if you focus on yourself, you're going to lose the connection with your family because you're doing something that you need to be doing for you. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think it's just worry. That's all it is. You know, you're worried about losing the people you love because you're putting yourself first. I don't feel like anybody's going to look at you as a disloyal person. I don't think anybody's going to look at you negatively, Taurus, and I definitely don't feel like it's going to ruin the relationships that you have. So I truthfully feel like you have nothing to worry about here. But at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you to, accept that comfort, right? Because you can feel however you feel, and you're going to feel however you feel. But with the Knight of Cups coming into play here, I personally don't believe you're going to end up missing out or drifting away from people that you're connected to just because you're putting yourself at the top of the priority list, okay? Now, having a look here at the outcome for the month of October, we do got here the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords coming into play here for you, Taurus, especially showing up as the outcome. Knight of Swords is about taking action. So I think that at the end of all this, you are going to put yourself back at the top of the priority list. You're going to realize, okay, I really do need to listen to what my gut is telling me here and what my intuition is telling me here with the High Priestess. In my past, I made the decision to put other people before me, and it definitely had negative ramifications. It definitely had negative impacts, and I'm not proud and happy of those negative impacts it's had on me, and it's time for me to make sure that I eat well. It's time for me to make sure that I'm doing great in life and that everything that I'm doing at this time is in the best of my own ability. I want to make sure I'm doing what I can for the best that I can give to myself, So I don't blame you. And I think that your loyalty is amazing. I love Taurians, and I love how loyal and how kind and how loving and how caring they are. But sometimes you can be so selfless to the point where it can hurt you more than it can help others. And I think that it's really important sometimes to realize that hurting yourself is not worth helping others to the degree that you'll go. So I do feel like people are very appreciative for all that you've done, and I don't see them having any sort of negative reaction. So Taurus, you're allowed to free yourself this month and really get back to focusing on yourself. I don't really feel like anything bad's going to come of it, okay? And even if something bad did come of it, then, that's when you kind of have to check in with your environment and ask yourself, am I with the right people? Or was I taking care of the right person? Or was I putting the right person at the top of the priority list? Because if people really love and care about you, they'll appreciate you for all that you've done. They won't constantly be asking for more and get mad when no longer you're not prioritizing them, So the real and right people for you are going to be incredibly understanding this month. And if they're not, at least it gives you a bit of an eye-opener to the environment you've surrounded yourself with, and if whether or not it's worth still being surrounded by that environment, okay? All right, Taurus. Let's go ahead and get 2 Kipper cards here for Taurians October 2022. Let me get 2 cards from the Kipper deck for Taurus's October 2022. What information do we have here from the Kipper? We got here Great Fortune. I like that here for you. So Great Fortune coming out here for you, Taurus. I definitely do feel like not only are you going to be feeling super weightless now that you've kind of dropped the burden of putting yourself on the back burner, but there is going to be great fortune that comes to you because now you're focused up on yourself. And with all the hard work that you have the capability to do, Taurus, with all the hustle that you have within you, I expect good things to come of this. So now that you're focusing on yourself, you're really going to see some great things start to happen and manifest in your life. Moving on into the next card, we do have here the House card, which is very cool. So when you see the House card coming into play here for you, for some of you, there could be something about a house. You might be Especially for Taurians that have been like kind of financially helping out others, this might be the energy where it's like, now I can finally save money to buy myself a home. If that's the case, congratulations. There could be property purchases happening here this month. If that's the case as well, congratulations. Really, really awesome stuff to see. But the thing about the house, right, is that everybody in the home plays a role. And I think that it's important to realize how balanced the role is for everybody when you think about people in a house, people in a family. So it's important to remember and to remind yourself that there has to be balance to everything. You know, think of it this way, right? You and your wife or you and your husband are going to make dinner. Let's say that you're going to make the dinner. If you're making the dinner, your husband's going to go ahead and not cook. He's going to go ahead and clean up, right? And vice versa. You know, if your husband makes dinner, you'll clean up because it's 50-50. So both of you are going to put in the same amount of work for one another. There's equal balance. There's equal give and take. You know, that structure of the house, that structure of the home, that equal give and take type of energy is a reminder here, I feel, of the universe trying to say that same structure and balance needs to be applied in your life as well, Taurus, okay? So make sure that in all situations you're invested in, make sure you're still invested in equal give and take situations. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're putting everything on you, because it's going to end up hurting you in the end. And as I previously mentioned, your loyalty isn't worth hurting yourself just so that others can thrive. Make sure you're thriving with people at the same time. Have that equal give and take type of balance, okay? All right, Taurus, thank you all so much for tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you all enjoy this video for your month of October 2022. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing. That would be gratefully appreciated as well. Excuse me. Thank you very much. If this message does not happen to resonate with you, absolutely no worries. So if it's not your story, you can feel free to check out any other awesome readers on YouTube, or you can check out any other future videos that I do end up posting, okay? But yeah, hopefully you enjoy the Celtic Cross. I haven't done one of these traditional Celtic Cross readings in a very long time. I was just feeling a little more traditional today. I wasn't really feeling my normal spread. So hopefully you enjoyed it and hopefully it resonated to you. And of course, if it's not your story, once again, absolutely no worries. But guys, please do enjoy your October, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love to my Taurus people. Be well, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.